So a double review of chapters 26 and 27 of Tokyo Ghoul, and I know I hate you for what you did to you-know-who's, you-know-what's, and we won't talk about that because Juzo, and you know what character I'm talking about, but Big Madam, thank you for grabbing and fucking up that cocky little piece of shit and seemingly eating him as well. Udi. Like, this is one of those fan satisfactory things when the character's been built up to be such a pile of shit for so long, and you finally see him get his ass handed to him, or seemingly anyway. It's like, yes, and I know, totally out of the reviewers category to be talking about that and shit like that, but I'm just happy to see it. Like, that's what you deserve, motherfucker. 26 once again opens up with kind of making us want to understand exactly why would Period even be here, when we're getting a little more information in 26 that they don't even ever really operate as a group. They never really go outside like that, so something big is coming, or this auction, something about it, maybe the price was right, maybe that's what it is, and Period is either insanity or some really hidden fucking reason, I don't know. And I'll be honest with you, I will say I wasn't too fond of that dude with the superhuman strength that he could snap necks, and it's like 0.0001% of humans can do that. Like, I mean, I guess it's fine if him and his dad and maybe 2 people, 3 people can do it, but if that starts becoming more common, then I'm going to call BS on that. Like, oh, humans all of a sudden are as strong as ghouls, because I liked the fact that it made the humans feel helpless if they didn't have the quinque or the operation to be able to fight against the ghouls. But if you're going to have now humans that, I'm just a normal human, but I can still tango with you, it's going to feel a little bit like, come on, bro, where's the struggle at? All of a sudden now you can snap necks, which again, is fine for that character and whatever, the small circle there, but don't make it a common thing, because it just don't. But I'm curious, is the fat clown dead? Or I don't think he's dead. I think he's probably just incapacitated, because these motherfuckers can take anything, so yeah. And is it just me, or does Nutcracker look like some crazy vampire stripper or something? Like, it's going up against Shirazu. So that chapter, for the most part, it was alright. Honestly, it wasn't anything spectacular. It was just a little bit more build up and moving forward. Maybe a fine, or 6.5 for that particular chapter. Following chapter though, 27 is where really Tokyo Ghoul Shirazu versus Nutcracker. Honestly, I think that for trying to help out Udi and trying to prove a point at the same time, Sasuke I'm referring to, by putting Shirazu in that position, and then ultimately that guy that made him go up against Nutcracker, probably because, well, he's already in that position, he should be able to take on Nutcracker, fucked Shirazu up in the end. Because if you think about it, now Shirazu is completely outclassed. The crew that he has with him, they're up against Nutcracker, and Nutcracker can annihilate them. And I feel bad for Shirazu, because he's one of the characters, or the newer characters, that is likable, and I kind of like Shirazu, so I don't know how he's going to be able to come out on top with that, but either way, it's kind of like, I think Sasuke inadvertently fucked him over. And is it just me, or was anybody taken by surprise at the fact that Big Madam is a force in and of herself? Like, I always thought the reason why she had all this acclaim and all this respect and all this was because she had the money. I thought that, okay, she got all this money, so that's why all the rules were for her. I had no idea that don't fuck with Big Madam yourself either, because she will fuck you up. But then again, I guess that's how she got the money and everything. She rolls up to the top with her skills or whatever, but I was just like SS ranked, and then she's destroying Udi, which made me happy as shit and made me like, I 1% less hate you for what you did to Juzo, but either way, it is what it is. But, like, I was definitely taken by surprise, and that's a good thing. Like, not only does she got money bags, but she'll also fuck you up as well. Udi got owned by some old fat bitch. And here's the thing that's going to make me wonder regarding Mutsuki's situation, because she's right there, and she sees Udi being eaten. I think Mutsuki will try to jump in, personally. That's my prediction on that, because she's a good person. Udi, he wouldn't give a fuck. He'd say whatever. Mutsuki will probably try, get decimated at the end of the day, or maybe get captured, or somebody's gonna have to save her as well, but maybe she'll hit Big Madam or do something, distract Big Madam enough for Udi to get free and either run away with her or something. But then again, with Udi's character, would he actually even run away with her? He'd probably fucking still try to fight, desperate as ever, because he's still inside of Big Madam's mouth. He's like, I can still fight like an idiot. So he probably will still keep going like a dumbass. And I think the best course of action would be for Mutsuki to run. She's probably gonna stay and do something. And Takizawa, I don't like men's balls. At first I thought like that was a line from Nutcracker, and then you hear the philosophy that he's trying to spit and everything, and I was just like, god damn, it's Takizawa, but he's warped, he's nuts. And definitely got to make you wonder when he was referring to this is Kano's masterpiece, like, does he want... I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Kano still wants Sasaki back, or, well, Kaneki back in his laboratory or something, so you can see exactly what's going on with him, or what's up with that. Kano's still the huge mystery that he is, and little by little we're getting small inklings from Takizawa regarding certain aspects, and I think by the end of this fight we'll get a lot more. And that chapter definitely also made me feel as though Takizawa has, to a certain degree, an inferiority complex, because it's kind of like, he's like, oh, this is the masterpiece, and oh, there's a difference between number 1 and number 2, or a 99 and 100. I think the failures in his life as well, the way he was tortured and everything, it just really pushed those forward to his mind and made him like this as well, that he's just like, I gotta be number 1, number 2 is not good enough, you know, life or death, death is not good enough, I need life. So I think that that's one of the reasons why, of course, you know, the torture and everything, but that's what's making him like that as well, is that he has now a giant inferiority complex. That ending though, where he's like, is either I disappear or I die, and you see white-haired Kaneki, please let white-haired Kaneki come back out. Like, you know, Sasaki, you're right, bro, you were fun, but we want Ken Kaneki back, flat out. I want Ken Kaneki back. You can go, bro. You can disappear. I'm sorry. Like, don't die. We need that body, but you can disappear, bro. Bring Kaneki back and let's go, honestly. That's how I feel about it right now, and especially the fact that it gotta make you wonder, how strong is Sasuke on his own if he always needs to resort, like when he was fighting against Serpent and everything, it's like he always has to resort to that power. So without Kaneki, he's not that strong. I mean, he's strong, but yeah, he really isn't as strong as he could be, and I really hope next 2 chapters, something along the lines of that, is where we really get into some shit and Kaneki returns. Either way, that chapter right there was a great chapter. I don't care. That was a great chapter. Hinting into it as far as like him bringing back Kaneki, the whole stuff with Nutcracker, Udi finally getting his ass kicked, learning about Big Madam, big shocker there as well, that she can kick ass. Just a lot of great stuff. Honestly, I'm giving that chapter a 9 out of 10. It was a great chapter. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that white-haired Kaneki is going to return? And do you think that at any given point in the story, Sui Ishida will definitely get rid of Sasuke Hides permanently and bring back Ken Kaneki? Or do you think that throughout the rest of this manga we're gonna have to deal with both, or we won't see Kaneki for a while? What is your take on that? Your world thoughts of this chapter? Like, Takizawa is turning out to be larger than I ever thought he would be, as far as just being a threat and being a presence that is felt very heavily. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.